Big game energy. It is July 30th, Thursday. James and Spencer with you as always, but today we are excited to introduce our new third co-host, our man Dom Fells from Kansas City. Dom, welcome to the Big Game Energy crew.
Let's go. Appreciate you guys having me. Also, thank you for just saying Kansas City if you didn't know if it was Missouri or Kansas. I didn't want you to mess that up. So
it's been in the news.
It is Kansas City,
right?
Missouri.
Yeah, it's been in the news this year about switching
FIFA,
around states.
So all that stuff. Yeah, we lost our team, so unfortunately, season tickets will be down the drain in 2030. But we'll talk about that later. But no, dude, appreciate you guys for having me. Excited to get the ball rolling with y'all.
Dude, he said down the drain the tickets, man. Look at down the drain all the liquor he's got behind the wall. Ooh, man. Recycling people going to love you.
I know if Dom has a bad take, the comments are going to be like, he's been having too much of them drinks.
Oh, yeah. What are you, drunk?
Well, Dom, give us a little background about yourself for those that are tuning in. What should they know about you when it comes to your sports fandom?
Yeah, man. Obviously, I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan through and through, tattooed permanently on my body, so hopefully they never leave Kansas City. Kansas City native. Most sports revolve around things around here. So you got the Royals, you got a little bit KU, a little bit MU, but I'm more of a KU guy. Just love shoot the shit and talking sports, man. That's just what I do. Also, golf. Golf is not region-based, but we'll say Tiger Woods is the GOAT, and we can go from there.
And no arguments.
No argument over here, man.
Yeah. We were all agreeing on that one.
Let's go.
Hopefully, in our future, we can get the three of us on the links together at some point. It's going to take some moving stuff around.
We're working on it.
We're all geographically in different places. I'm in Houston. James is in Virginia. You're over there in Kansas City. So it's going to take some miracles, but I'm going to have hopes that we can get that done eventually.
Yeah, I mean, a little birdie told me there's a group chat with some things in the works. So it's just if I can get approval from the boss lady, we'll make it happen, right?
Yeah, we need to get that golf trip moving there, James. Where we at?
Man. Hey, all I know is I'm about to submit if no one else says anything.
Yeah, I've been waiting to hear about Portugal. I know that eliminates Dom
yeah.
completely, but
yeah, remember I did forget that I texted you that. Yeah,
you did. I was like,
we got some competition now.
Yeah, I mean,
you're playing with my feelings there, talking about Portugal. Man.
I wouldn't say I'm 100% out. I'm probably 60-40 right now.
60-40.
I just hate being that guy where it's like we're gonna go somewhere on a boys trip, and it's like, by the way, I just got married in April, so I'm getting married next April. And so then you're asking me 6 months down the line, hey, let's go on a boys trip out of town, and you leave your wife at home. So it's a tough one.
Sorry, babe. The boys are calling.
Yeah. Especially when I've already been on 4 golf trips this year. Yeah.
Me and Dom feel that. Spin's like, I'm out, mother.
I do what I want.
Do what I want.
Hey, no, man. My girlfriend, she'll keep me in line. She's not wifey yet, but she'd beat me if I'm gone for too long. That's 100% sure. She's Latina. She will not take it easy on me.
You with that? Is it the chocolate? Is that what they say?
Chocolate? That chocolate is coming out.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I've tasted the chocolate on multiple occasions.
Felt our ancestors behind that.
100%. Today, y'all, we are going to continue our series of why your favorite team will not win the Super Bowl in 2027. Today, we are finishing the NFC East, going over the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. I know James has been waiting on that one since we started this series.
God, I've been so sick. I was sick the last episode, man. Dom, I had to tell this guy why the Eagles won't win the Super Bowl.
Have we covered the AFC West yet?
Oh, no. We're NFC first. We have not gotten to the AFC.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Spence was killing me the last episode. He's like, man, you got to do better. Okay, wait till we get to the AFC South.
Yeah.
Like, I'm objective. Yeah, right.
So we talk about CJ Stroud's interest in camp.
Come on. I will be the first one. When we record that episode, I'm going to take my picture behind me down, and we're going to zoom in just on me, and I'm going to tell you why my Houston Texans won't win the Super Bowl. But we will get to them down the road. I forget when I have them scheduled, but they're coming, and we will do this as we are doing for every NFL team, why they will not win the Super Bowl. So let's get into it, fellas. Let's talk about the New York Giants to start. It is a new era in New York for the New York Football Giants, but that does not matter as they will not win the Super Bowl in 2027. Last year in 2025, Russell Wilson started off the season as the quarterback before Jaxson Dart eventually took over mid-season after they drafted him in the first round, and he showed flashes of brilliance, but it was not equating to wins as Malik Neighbors tore his ACL in the very first game that they played together, and loss after loss after loss after loss. They eventually fire Brian Daboll mid-season, and they finish with a lowly record of 4-13. In the offseason, they make a lot of changes, the biggest one being John Harbaugh, the former head coach from the Ravens, Super Bowl champion, is the new head coach in New York. He brings an interesting OC choice. Dom, you're familiar with his OC. Matt Nagy is the OC. They also trade away Dexter Lawrence to the Bengals. Their big acquisition in free agency was Isaiah Likely coming over from the Ravens following Harbaugh. And in the first round, they did very well. At 5, they land linebacker Arvell Reese. And at 10, they land offensive tackle Francis Maui-Noah. So they added a lot of talent. They added a lot of depth in the offseason, improved their coaching staff. But they will not win the Super Bowl. And reason number 1, Dom, Jaxson Dart and Cam Scatterboo, they seem due for a sophomore slump.
I'd have to agree with you. I mean, we don't really see it too often unless your name is Patrick Mahomes, where guys come out. And sorry to be a bit of a homer.
Oh, this guy.
Guys come out of the gate swinging in that second year, and I know, like we discussed earlier, Cam Scatterboo was a 4th-round pick, but he is your starter coming into the season. And he's not a guy that's making very sound decisions on or off the field, if we're being honest. Doing backflips, doing things of that nature. I just don't think this team is quite ready for what we would be considering a Super Bowl, trajectory team. And yeah, I think that sophomore slump it's right on its way. I don't know what you guys think about that.
So I'll say I'm with you on of course, sophomore slump. It seems like it happens to everyone. Besides Mahomes, I feel like Drake and the Chris Brown video. But no, in all honesty, it does happen. We've seen Jaden Daniels, and we saw CJ Stroud. We've seen Bryce Young. Most of these guys, and look, we're looking at Caleb Williams and all those guys. But I will say, with Cam Scatterboo, his issue is, you mentioned, the on and off field decisions, and he might be the starter. But I feel like this running back group is a running back by committee. So I don't know if we're really going to see a true flash from him, in my opinion, just because, was he impressive at Arizona State? Yes.
Sure.
But again, there's only so much that you can do. And it seems like now, if your talent is not shown really well on the field, you got to do it off the field and get the clicks and the streams and the likes now. And I don't know why everyone trends this way.
The Gen Zers, right? Is that what he is? He's a Gen Z, I feel like.
He is as Gen Z as it comes nowadays.
What's crazy is that I say that. Now I sound like a hypocrite, because what are we doing on this damn thing? We're over here trying to get the clicks, the likes.
But we're not out here denying the existence of CTE on a stream. Right?
That is true,
Cam Scatterboo definitely needs to maybe pipe down and just focus on training in the offseason. Yeah.
Focus on ball. I think we all saw that video and we were like, what's going on? What is this? Are we living in what's going on here? This dude's doing backflips and this dude is limping off after he's just coming off of a broken ankle.
It was a gruesome looking injury. It
was.
Now, it seems like he's going to be fine for week 1. All indications. I haven't seen anything that he's on. He's not going to be on the PUP list. They expect him ready for week 1, but still, dude, read the room. Why are we doing backflips when the last time we saw you
got your legs snapped?
Your leg was doing a 90-degre angle.
Like you said earlier, we've seen flashes of Jaxson Dart, and I mean, is that like a double entendre, Dart, Flash? But I don't know if he's that guy quite yet. I haven't seen enough out of him to think that he can lead a team to a Super Bowl victory. Giants fans are the worst of the worst. When it comes to they wanted him to play. He's their 1st-round pick. They wanted nothing to do with Russell Wilson. I totally think that was a fan decision before it was even a coaching decision. But I just don't know if he's quite that guy yet. And I wish I had that button to hit. But
I will say, Dom, don't worry. Hey, draft experts said Jaxson Dart was the best quarterback in that freaking draft.
Voldemort, the draft expert. He who shall not be named.
He shall not be named. But talk a little bit more about Cam. And I think Spencer and y'all will agree. I just think Tyrone Tracy's the better back in this group. That's why I don't see, if the sophomore slump is for Cam, it's because he's not getting as much touches.
Yeah, I loved Tyrone Tracy his rookie year. I thought he was fantastic.
I see Cam being a 500-yard guy. He's not going to be a bell cow.
I agree. And I think here, and bringing it back to the Jaxson Dart side, as we transition to the next reason number 2 why the Giants will not win, I'm looking at the quarterback. I'm looking at the head coach. John Harbaugh has a great track record, but he could not win with Lamar Jackson, a 2-time MVP, multiple-time All-Pro quarterback. I like what we saw at times last year, but if he can win with Lamar Jackson, why should I be convinced that he is going to win with Jaxson Dart?
Would you even consider him like a developmental guy?
No.
We obviously haven't seen it, so
no,
I mean, I'm not sure.
You would think Lamar.
Yeah, it's just like the NFL is a place of opportunity, and so because he won several games, he's won a Super Bowl in his career. He's going to get another opportunity, but we haven't seen it in the last decade. I mean, when was the last time when they won that Super Bowl? That was like 2000.
2012. Yeah.
So,
and mind you, the quarterback was Joe Flacco, who again maybe the NFL's too soft and they'll make him a Hall of Famer. But you won your Super Bowl without a Hall of Fame quarterback,
and it was pass interference on Michael Crabtree.
Yeah,
it was.
I will never forget that. Michael Crabtree was interfered with on that game winner.
He was.
Yeah, what does Stephen Smith say? He's just a jag, just a guy.
Just a guy.
Now, and I did think it was great that he still has his Corvette from that Super Bowl MVP just sitting in a garage collecting duds, rich people things. But he's not the topic right now. It all falls down on the coach. I mean, you had a substantial lead against the Chiefs, and you had a really good opportunity to go to a Super Bowl, and you blew it.
That was the year.
I mean, even years like they were the 1 seed prior to the KC year. I remember the year they were like the 1 seed, and they got shellacked by the Titans when Derrick Henry and them. And it was like,
that was the first MVP.
Yeah, and it was like, dude, you're supposed to be this guy. And now I know everyone may get in the comments about us, about probably like me hating on Lamar, because you mentioned with the 2 MVPs, Lamar probably should have been developed, but also that's also on John. God dang it, John James, Harbaugh brother.
Yeah. I mean, he also consider how many Hall of Fame players have played underneath him, and he's only gotten it done once. Lamar is a Hall of Fame talent. Derrick Henry is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, the list goes on. And even all pros and a lot of Pro Bowlers that have played for him. And this team has none of that. Like league neighbors. That's probably your best overall player on that entire team. Yeah. And that's a guy coming off an ACL injury.
And it was a bad ACL. Yeah. It wasn't just he tore everything with it.
And granted, these doctors are doing their thing. We all saw what happened with Rodgers. We see Mahomes back out on the field and things of that nature. But a wide receiver doesn't win you a Super Bowl. It just doesn't.
100% agreed. And the last and final reason why the Giants will not win the Super Bowl, their GM, Joe Schoen. I don't know how he managed to survive what Brian Daboll could not last season whenever they fired Daboll in the midseason. But Joe Schoen is one of the worst GMs in the entire NFL. It is going into his 5th year here. And, I just lost my page. Hang on.
Yeah, what's that record looking like?
Let's see. Over, under. I'm going to go under 26 wins.
Over the last 5 seasons? That's probably accurate.
I don't have the wins here, but let me throw some of the moves. These are some of the notable moves that Joe Schoen is responsible for in his tenure as the New York Giants GM. All right. First and foremost, don't forget this. Daniel Jones just got paid in this offseason by the Colts, but he got paid before that by Joe Schoen. 4 years, $160 million back in 2022, right? Then he follows it up a couple years later, not very successful in the draft. Evan Neal, 7th overall pick in 2022. Sorry about you, James. Roll Tide. Bad pick.
I'm about the Tide.
Deontay Banks, Jalen Hyatt in 2023, both drafted very highly, both equated to nothing. And then, of course, the infamous clip that was on Hard Knocks with Saquon Barkley, just letting Saquon Barkley walk to not any team. They walked to the division rival Philadelphia Eagles, and he went on to win the Super Bowl.
No. Went on to win the Super Bowl and also almost went on to break the all-time rush record.
Yeah, but we don't need him. We don't need to resign him. We have the money, but we're all right.
We don't need that guy.
I'm honestly surprised they weren't out front of his house with pitchforks and flames.
Oh, my God.
Honestly.
See, it was funny earlier. You know how I joked the last 5 seasons, like over under 26 wins? Literally at 26. I was like, yes, I'm just looking at it right now. Literally on the dot, 26 wins in the last 5 years. So average of 5 wins.
That ranks dead last in that division by a long shot, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't know what dirt he has on John Mara, but Joe Schoen, the fact that he still has a job is, frankly, you got to give him props. It's frankly amazing. Like I said, he's got to have some kind of dirt on somebody, but I cannot imagine the Giants succeeding on any level this season with him at the top, calling the shots with personnel. I'm sure John Harbaugh has a say in that, but ultimately Joe Schoen's the one signing the checks, and I do not trust his decision-making. Even this offseason, after one of the worst run defenses in the entire NFL that the Giants had last year, with Dexter Lawrence on it, mind you, they've decided to re-sign linebacker Tremaine Edmonds to a big contract this offseason. For what? He's aging. He's super old. He was the green dot.
On the team, right?
Yeah, he's the green dot. He was the green dot on one of the worst run defenses in the entire NFL last year. And so we're going to pay him 3 years, $36 million?
And get
what
rid
are we
of
doing,
Dexter.
Joe Schoen? So predictions for the Giants in 2026, y'all. I've got them going 6-11, missing the playoffs, drafting high once again. But I will say this, as pessimistic as we're being about the Giants, I also just think the main reason they won't win the Super Bowl, it's too early for them.
Yeah, they're too young.
It's not going to happen year one. Maybe next year, but not in 2027.
I think he's got one more year after this. You can only lose so much. Yeah, they'll get another top 5, top 10 draft pick next year, and we'll see what happens, and we'll have another discussion on why they won't win next year.
Yeah, I have them 5-12. If they get the 6th win, is because the last 2 games of the season, somebody's sitting out.
Yeah, week 17, the TBD game. Nobody gives a shit about that. They're probably playing a contender. So,
yeah, but y'all let us know in the comments. What do y'all have the Giants doing this season? Can Jaxson Dart and Cam Scatterbo build on a impressive rookie season? Can John Harbaugh turn it around in a way that he couldn't in Baltimore? And will Joe Shane actually be worth his contract? Y'all let us know in the comments. Now let's move over to the one that we've been waiting for, James.
Yes, the one that we've been waiting for. The accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, Dallas.
America's team, right?
America's team, they say. Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years, and that will not be changing this season as they cannot win the Super Bowl. Last year, the Cowboys made a lot of changes in the offseason. Obviously, they fired Mike McCarthy. They traded Micah Parsons. What did that result in? They had a really good offense, 7th best offense in the league, but dead last in scoring defense, and it showed in their record as they finished 7-9-1, their 2nd consecutive losing season. They go into the offseason. The big change they make after firing their defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus, last year, they hire DC Christian Parker from the Eagles. They also acquire edge from the Packers, Rashawn Gary. He reunites with Kenny Clark there in the middle. Re-signing Javonte Williams was their priority number 1 in the offseason. They get that done, but at the expense of George Pickens not getting a contract, who will play this season out on the franchise tag. So, reason number 1, guys, and this is an easy one that seems like it's teed up on a tee for us here, but Dak Prescott.
Not that guy.
We've seen this before.
Not that guy.
Can't get it done.
Yeah. Seems like he's a great guy off the field.
Well, I don't know about off the field, Dan.
Oh, well, yeah, I heard
that engagement.
I forgot about that. Yeah, so what are we doing on the dual bachelor party? That was bound to be a recipe for disaster. Dak's gonna go down as a typical Dallas Cowboy quarterback over the last 20 years. That's just what it is.
Dak has basically done what most people do in their life. They clock in, then they clock out, and they don't do any, and they're hoping they get an Employee of the Month award, because that's what Dak's only done. His accolades are NFC Player of the Week, NFC Player of the Month. But outside of that,
he'll go out there and give you 4,000, but he's got a high-powered offense. It just is what it is. But he himself, when it comes down to crunch time, Dak generally doesn't get it done. He just doesn't. And maybe he doesn't have that it factor. I don't know. I think Dak's probably a fringe top. Is he top 10? I would say he's probably top 15 for sure.
He's not going to make my top 10. I'm a fantasy football guy through and through, so I will always put respect on Dak Prescott's name in terms of that.
He's top 10.
But we ain't talking about that.
Sure,
We're talking about fantasy numbers. We talking about winning. I'm with you there.
Trying to win a ship.
Trying to win a ship, yeah. And of course, in that division, you've seen your most hated rival win 2 in the last 8. You've seen.
Yeah.
I know the Commanders may be on the outside, but just 2 years ago, they went from 5-12 to 12-5 into the NFC Championship game. Giants, but maybe they're still holding on to those old Eli titles. But still, you've seen.
You call those old? Those are more recent than the Cowboys.
I know.
You've seen everybody have some level of success, but you.
But you in 30. The Bears have made it. The Panthers have made it. Lord Jesus, like all these teams have done so. Heck, even the Cardinals have made it.
Yeah,
man.
I mean the Jags have gone to AFC Championship games. It's everybody's world but theirs. So maybe they're not America's team. I don't know. Maybe they're.
I agree with that.
I don't even know where that came from, to be honest with you.
If I had to say someone's America's team, it would be the only team that is publicly traded. But no, we're not talking about the Packers today. We'll come back to that another time. But reason number 2, the Cowboys will not win the Super Bowl is the defense. Like I said, was one of the worst in terms of points we have seen in recent memory. They were atrocious, and I'm sorry, even though I like some of the changes they made in the offseason, they brought in Caleb Downs in the draft. Rashawn Gary is a good player, but you cannot turn a defense around in one offseason that was as bad as it was last year.
Yeah, the defense was so bad that the Cardinals beat them, and this year win total is 3.5. Like,
Yeah.
that's how bad this defense just was.
They-
Like, Jacoby Brissett got a dub.
That's crazy. They gave up, 330, 335 yards per game, which was, I think, 30 out of 32 NFL teams. The two teams behind them were probably the Giants and
It might have been the Commanders. It might have been all the
Yeah,
NFC.
yeah.
leads.
But no, I'll say this: like, we like Caleb Downs, and this is not why they're going to win anything. But the secondary, again, if you look at a statistic, your 4 corners, excluding Caleb Downs, the last 2 years combined, have only had 4 interceptions. And your guy, Deron Bland, who's going to be on an island like Marshawn Lattimore was with the Commanders, after the 9 interceptions that 1 year, 0 and 1.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, you lost a dog in Diggs, who is kind of your guy. And I just don't think like they don't really have the front 7 it's decent, but it's not good enough to get the job done. And then when you've got a young backfield like that, it's just only a recipe for disaster. They're going to air raid you guys out. And even if Dak can go out there and score 35 points a game, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, it's just the fact that these defensive units, like a unit in general on either side of the ball, but especially I feel like defense, you can turn an offensive run in an offseason with a new quarterback. You can't really do that on defense. Defense, it takes years to overhaul a defense that was as bad as the Cowboys was last year. So, again, they've made positive steps in the right direction, but it's not going to be enough for them to win a Super Bowl this year. Our reason number 3 is the number 1 reason why, and even the biggest Cowboys fan in their heart of hearts will know what I'm about to say is the truth, and that is the Cowboys will never win anything as long as Jerry Jones is alive. I'm sorry. I'm not wishing death on anyone, but it's not happening until he gives up the team, and we know him well enough by now. He ain't giving up that team until he's leaving the earth.
Yeah, could you imagine being 83 years old and still wanting this to be your like full-time gig? He's the epitome of a guy that like never did anything like athletic or anything cool in his life, but got enough money to buy a football team, and now he wants to be the center of attention. And as long as he continues to do that, this team will suffer. That's just what it boils down to. Landing helicopters on the football field, giving like tours. They do the tours of the camp and the weird stuff that they do. It's all for media play. And they're just not going to win. You can't win. Obviously, he needs a GM. That's just what it boils down to. You're one of the only teams, the only team in the NFL.
Yeah, and him being behind some of the design of the stadium, and you still don't know the
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Like, well, damn, it's
like,
supposed
that's
to be
not an advantage. Yeah.
Well, did y'all hear that he has installed curtains for this season?
I did hear
2 years after the CD Lamb incident happens, he's now correcting it because he's too proud to correct it immediately after it happened. So he's going to try to correct it after the fact and just act like, oh, yeah, I just had this idea because it was time. It's like, no. You were trying to make it look like you weren't pressured into doing it, but you know damn well that he was.
How do you invest billions of dollars into a stadium and not recognize that being an issue? Yeah. Like ever. You know?
I mean, he should hire a GM. And I've said this so many times, and I can never forget this. Back in like 2015, the media asked him what he thought of his own job as the general manager, and he said, I would fire myself. How can you say that to the media and not do anything about it and hire someone to be a GM and run the show for you? If you are admitting that you yourself don't think you deserve the job, if you were anyone else, you would have fired yourself. But because you're so egotistical and arrogant, and you really just, his whole career since taking over the team, and sure, I know he had a lot of success in the 90s, no doubt about that. It was an absolute dynasty by every definition of the word in the 90s. But he has ridden that for 3 decades now, and he is just trying his hardest in his senile end of his life years to convince everyone that he knows ball. Like the same way we all try to convince each other that we know ball, he is trying to convince the entire world that I know ball. But dude, you're an oil man. That's what you're here for.
And I think a lot of that success in the 90s was Jimmy. That was more him than anything else of what they accomplished. And we saw what happened after he left. The team's success tanked. So I don't know. It just seems like Jerry Jones has nobody in his corner. I think when you become that rich, maybe he doesn't have, I don't know if he's got children or who else would be like, hey, maybe it's time to take
Stephen Jones is a very high exec for the Cowboys for sure. He's definitely going to be the heir apparent, but I think most
take
Cowboys,
a step back.
Yeah, it might be
okay.
time.
And it's okay. It's okay to let someone else run. You're 83.
Yeah, I just don't think he'll do it.
Go
He's going to die.
Yes.
He's going to die a Dallas Cowboy. and
for
much
sure.
to the detriment of the Cowboys. And every Cowboys fan will give you the same spiel about how they appreciate him for growing the brand, making the Cowboys the most valuable sports franchise, not just in the NFL, but the entire world. Any soccer team, any baseball team, it's the Dallas Cowboys, the most recognizable, profitable sports brand in the world. You can't argue that. You have to give Jerry Jones credit for that. But we ain't talking about that.
No.
We're talking about winning.
He's
And
a
he is
businessman.
not
We're
capable
talking
of
about
putting a
playoff.
winning team together.
Playoffs.
That's it. So, guys, predictions for the Cowboys. We're being pessimistic here, but I'll be honest. They are my pick to win the NFC East this year. I have them at 11-6 NFC East champs. But come on, guys.
Wow.
Once they get to the playoffs, that's the disaster waiting to happen. So, once again, Dallas Cowboys go out sad in the wild card round at home in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. So I got the Cowboys starting 2-0, but then they go 2-6 the next 6 games. I got them going 9-8. They figure a way to get 9-8, just a smidge better. They missed the playoffs by an NFC South tiebreaker, and then I'm happy because they're not in the playoffs.
I had a 10-7. That was my prediction. But I just think there's going to be a lot of friction. I thought they held it together this season with George Pickens. I think everybody was surprised at how well that worked. I mean, I just be honest, but I think that the franchise tag, there's something that's going to happen on that offensive side where they're going to lose a little bit of that gel that was keeping them together, I think. And 10-7 is respectable, but that's not a Super Bowl contender in my opinion.
Yeah. But y'all let us know in the comments, can the Cowboys overcome Jerry Jones as their GM? Can the defense actually turn around in a single offense? And is Dak Prescott that guy? Will he actually get it done for once? Y'all let us know down in the comments. Alrighty, y'all. That was 2 good segments. Let's end with a little no huddle. Dom's first no huddle, his 2-minute drill, his first one here on Big Game Energy. Very
I'm trying to get broken in here, you know?
Whoa.
Pause.
God.
That was wild.
All right.
Clip it.
Hey, yo.
Let's turn this thing around. All right, man. No huddle. All right, Spencer and Dom, man. Hey, last night, the Mariners beat the Dodgers for the first time since 2009. It was 6,239 days.
Wow.
Now, again, that was June 28, 2009. Can you guess the top 3 players on the Mariners lineup the last time the Mariners beat the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium?
Ichiro Suzuki.
Boom. There's
That's gotta
one.
be the first one.
Got to get the goat out of the way.
2009 Seattle Mariners.
They had a really good pitcher that year. Was he a pitcher?
King Felix.
I will say this. There's only batters on this list.
Well, we're not going by WAR, which is the official stat of the MLB, right? WAR is what determines MVP, so I've been told so many times.
Yeah.
That's why Mike Trout never makes the playoffs and wins
Griffey
a million
wasn't on that
MVPs.
09 team, was he?
Griffey was on the
Okay.
09
He was. Okay.
Yo,
All right. Wow, I'm
he's on
surprised.
the-
King
I don't know.
was on the 2009 Seattle Mariners?
Yeah.
Wow,
I'm
okay.
shocked.
Never
I
guessed.
That was a
never
wild
guess.
guess. I didn't think that was going to be the case.
I was shocked too.
All right,
Now, mind
Spence,
you,
it's on you, big
DraftKings,
dog. Come on.
DraftKings did this, so we're gonna have to fact check them because I was shocked when I saw
Yeah.
King Griffey on that list. And then we got one more guy. Spence,
Can I
you
get a
might-
position?
Yeah, you got to know this one.
Oh gosh, I think he played third base. He played for the Rangers as well. You might know. the
Oh,
guy.
Adrian Beltre.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
There you go. 3 guys that were on the team the last time the Mariners beat the Dodgers.
I do
Dodgers
slightly
Stadium.
remember him as a Mariner, but I remember Adrian Beltre obviously mostly as a Ranger, but he also was a Dodger too.
I mean, 17 years without a win is insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Like the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. It's
Yeah.
I think a lot of that's the product of we've only in the recent like 5 to 10 years actually had a lot more interleague play. A lot of teams would go years without seeing a team, right? Like it used to be like your interleague teams that you played in a season was just one division. Now it's pretty much worked out where teams, and I like it better this way, but teams are now that they're all playing under the same rules, now everyone's playing each other at least once a year for the most part. And that's how it should be. It should be more like the NBA and not like the MLB was back in the day where, NL versus AL rules were different.
Does the
love
MLB
universal
need
DH.
that many games? I was seeing an argument about that. Do we really need 162 games?
I don't
I would
think
say-
so.
That's
I
a
would say
lot of baseball.
I would say no, but then the year whatever COVID was, I think how many we played? 80-ish or 60? It was
we
60.
played 60.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
Who knows?
Jose
Yeah.
Abreu won MVP that year, and no one cares
Oh,
because it was
my
a
God.
60 game. That's a glorified
my
Player of the
gosh.
Month award, is what that is.
That's really what it was. All right, man, let's turn it around. Hey, Cardinals. high expectations. Win total 3.5 this year. It is the lowest win total since the 1995 expansion. Jaguars and Panthers, their win total is at 3. So are we betting the over or under on the Cardinals winning 3.5 games?
Oh, dude, 3.5. It is a good line. It's a good line, but I would bet the over. I could easily see 4-13 or 5-12 because, dude. Hey, and we made fun of Jacoby Brissett, and I'm glad we're talking about the Cardinals because I want to say this now. A lot of people, myself included, owe Jacoby Brissett an apology because we were hating on the guy for holding out despite him being Jacoby Brissett. But dude won.
Successful backup.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude, he went from a $4 million contract to now $15 million. So he tripled, more than tripled, almost quadrupled his salary for this season by holding out. And yeah, it's weird because he's Jacoby Brissett pulling a move that Lamar Jackson is the type to pull that move, right? Or Myles Garrett in years past, right? Jacoby Brissett, good for you, Jacoby Brissett.
We are always shocked at some of these games every NFL season. There's going to be somebody that walks in there that is on a 6-game win streak that's going to lose by 14.
Yeah, it was like last year. We joked about the Saints. We thought they were going to win 2 games, I think, and they ended up looking pretty good. Heck, I think me and Spence now have them winning the NFC South this year.
Yeah, the Saints are going to be my pick for the NFC South.
All right, man. Hey, Spence's guy, Justin Herbert and Madison Beer, man, they announced their engagement. Now, some people on fantasy shows or fantasy podcasts, man, they pulled up some stats, man. Seasons after dude's been engaged.
I saw this.
Pat Mahomes, 2020 was QB4. He got a Super Bowl appearance. Brock Purdy was QB6, got a Super Bowl appearance. CMC in 23 was RB1, Super Bowl appearance. Josh Allen, 24, he was QB1, NFL MVP. Sam Darnold, last year, career year, Super Bowl winner. What expectations do we have for Justin Herbert?
Yeah, well, if we're talking fantasy,
Fantasy?
Yeah, is this because those were fantasy finishes, right?
Yeah, it was
QB1.
fantasy finishes and then technically what they did for the year.
Yeah.
So most of these guys went to the Super Bowl MVP and then.
Yeah, I think Herbert's got potential to be a top 5 fantasy quarterback, and I think he'll get his first postseason career win. That's probably
give it to Dom.
That's probably,
yes.
God dang it, dude! Don't get this guy.
That'll be successful for him. That'll be a really good year.
I'll take Dak over Justin Herbert, mother. Gosh, bunch of no blows over here. All right, last one. I'll make sure I make this quick, Spence. I know you're gonna kill me on time. All right, this is a college football thing. Now, since 2000, all these college players, man, they're reckless. Either they get a little crazy. Can you guess the top 10 college teams that have the most arrests by players since 2000? Right now, give me the top 10.
Start with Georgia.
Number 10 on the list with 302 arrests.
University of Miami.
Number 2, 454 arrests.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide is number 4 at 402.
Wow. So y'all are beating Georgia in that category? That's just another way you're dominating Georgia there, James.
Yeah.
I want to say, man, I got 2 in my mind. Auburn,
number 9, 315.
How about Ohio State?
Ohio State, number 5 at 389.
USC,
not in the top 10.
Okay.
How about Michigan?
Michigan, 15th.
Let's see here.
I'm just mostly shocked that Georgia is 10 and not
Texas,
definitively number 1.
Texas A&M.
If you did, I was going to say, if you did it since like 2000, they might be number 1. Texas A&M, no.
All right, just Texas.
Number 11.
Oklahoma,
12.
Damn.
Dang.
Because I was thinking like Joe Mixon and all those other guys.
Yeah,
we have some SEC teams, some ACC teams.
Mizzou?
And that's it, actually. That's it. No, not Mizzou.
Kentucky?
Okay, man. You're going real off the rails. No,
Clemson.
Number 7 at 345. We need 6, 8, 1, and 3.
Man, we still haven't gotten 1.
That's crazy. I would have thought Miami was number 1.
Florida State, number 3.
Florida.
Number 1.
All right, yeah. 1, 2, and 3 are Florida teams?
Yeah.
That's wild.
We should have honestly known that. I feel like that was obvious. We
didn't watch 30 for 30 on Miami. We didn't watch the documentary on Aaron Hernandez. We should have known. Yeah. All right, so we're looking for 6 and 8, and I'll be nice to y'all. They're
okay.
6 and 8. So what do we say? Auburn, Georgia, Mizzou. Am I drawing a blank here? Need the Jeopardy theme music going on right now.
Mhm.
Oh,
Look at the team.
LSU.
Number 6 at 378. All
Okay.
righty.
We're missing one, right?
We're missing one.
It's got to be. I want to get it right, though.
How about Tennessee?
That would-
Number 8,
I was gonna say, okay.
322 arrests. Those are the
All right.
top 10 colleges with the most arrests since 2000. Man.
Wow.
Wow, what a stat!
What a stat, man. And that's it for No Huddle, man.
All
That is
right,
like
well,
15 over. That's like 3,000 arrests, isn't it? Jesus
man.
Christ.
Well, that was a great episode, fellas. I'm very excited. Dom, he'll be here on our Thursday episodes very consistently, especially throughout football season.
Yeah.
Great first episode, great debut. Dom,
Appreciate it.
for James, I'm Spencer. We'll see y'all next time on Big Game
See ya.
Energy.
I'm still new. Don't cook me in the comments, please.